White, round, soft to the touch. These objects look like miniature UFOs. The people at a Japanese company developed them. They were forced to think outside the box to keep their firm alive. NHK World's Maki Kubochi reports from Kyoto.
A centuries-old shop in the old streets of Kyoto. But the window display is not so traditional. It looks more like a contemporary art installation. Actually, these are the boxes the shop sells its cakes in. These distinctive egg-shaped packages made out of paper are now starting to be found throughout Japan. This paper company in Kyoto is where they were first developed. Over the past 6 years, the company has launched a wide range of these soft paper containers. Some round, some oval, some even shaped like animals.
Our aim was to develop packaging that was rounded and felt soft, smooth, and warm to the touch.
Motokazu Suzuki's company used to specialize in producing paper tubes that are used for rolling up silk and other fabrics. But the Kyoto textile industry was shrinking, and fewer orders were coming in. The company's future looked bleak. New strategies were called for. In 1997, Suzuki set up a special planning and development team. He consulted with experts in various fields, such as architecture and design. The aim was to come up with a product that was totally new.
If we were to work only with experts in our own field, they'd just tell us it's impossible before we even start trying. We wanted to take on the challenge of developing a completely new product.
Standard paper containers are made out of flat sheets of card. What Suzuki's group was aiming to do was to produce a round paper container, a shape that had never been made before. Using a metal mold, the paper would just wrinkle up and tear. The aim was simple, to mold paper into a rounded form. But getting there was much more complicated. It was a long process of trial and error, fine-tuning the curves and adjusting the temperature and humidity while pressing the paper. It took a year to develop a metal mold that could produce a rounded three-dimensional shape. This was the first successful container Suzuki's company produced. The distinctive, soft, egg-shaped packages caught people's imagination. Sales have been doubling every year.
Paper is the only material that expresses this softness, this warmth. That's the kind of packaging I want to offer the world.
Thanks to Suzuki's vision and persistence, his new paper packaging can now be found adorning shop displays in Japan. Maki Kubochi, NHK World, Kyoto.